Good morning. It's still November the 13th. I just voted here at Lakeview School in the civic election. And so now it was a 10-minute walk here, so now I'm going to do the 10-minute walk home. It took a lot longer than I expected. It was a long line, so that's good, lots of people voting. Of course, they may all be voting the wrong way, from my point of view, but that's democracy, ain't it? As voters in various places have discovered over the last little while, we had a provincial election here, and I live in the heart of NDP territory, but the Saskatchewan party won. And of course, we all know that some people were quite startled to discover that the results of the US election. So tonight we'll find out how our civic election did, and then that'll be the end of election season around here. Well, I guess US election didn't really affect here specifically, but because I'm a dual citizen, I actually was able to vote in the US election. So that's 3 elections I voted in the last month. And just waiting for the much desired Canadian federal election. Many people would like to have that election sooner rather than later, but the government continues to hang on by its fingernails in Ottawa. Well, we'll go this way, just to be a little different. We still have to cross in the same place, but we'll go down a slightly different street here. And we're in the alleys here, of course. Actually, no, we'll go this way. Beautiful day. It's warmed up quite a bit just since I walked over half an hour ago, whenever that was. Yeah, the lines in there, you went in, oh, that doesn't look so bad. Then you got to the corner and you saw that you actually went around the corner, doubled back, and then you crossed over to the other side of the entryway, doubled around, and then you finally got into the voting area, showed your ID. One of the weirdest things about the US is people who are up in arms because of voter ID. I mean, you have to show your ID at every Canadian election, and why wouldn't you? Only citizens can vote. Hello, Afsai, is it? Sorry, I said your name before, but I wasn't sure I got it right. It is an F, yes. Afsai, hello. There's the creek from this side of the Regina Avenue. Yes, so you can see all these labels here, all yard signs. These are all to do with the civic election. This whole line of Adam Hicks here is public school board. He's not one of my candidates. Candidate changes on the other side of the creek there. So I can say, without giving anything away, that I did not vote for Adam Hicks. He wasn't on my ballot. Oh, well, maybe this is where he lives. That might explain it. I'll go back across and carry on with publishing tasks. Tonight is rehearsal night for lyric singers doing the King, Queen, and Prince. Music of Elvis Presley, Queen, and Prince. I'm not as prepared for it as I should be. I've just been too busy to work on it the way I should, but I'll pull it together. Show's coming up at the end of November, which seems like it should be further away than it is. Tonight, we will know tonight who the mayor is. I expect that the current mayor, Sandra Masters, will be reelected. Incumbents usually are. And we'll see what happens with school board and city council. Back that way, you can maybe see the ice on the creek a little better with the sun shining on it. Okay, I walked along the Dyke when I came, so we'll go this way going back. We'll take the stairs. I don't need to take the ramp. I'm not sure how long I stood in line. It must have been half an hour, which is much longer than I anticipated. I thought I would just be in and out, especially in the morning. I thought there'd be more voting, after school. After school's out, well, that too, but after work is over in the evening. But a lot of people there. I like this house. It was just being built when I started these walks, watched it being built, and now it looks quite lovely. Big. Two lots. Landscaped yard back there too. Very lovely. I have no idea who it belongs to. This one's for sale. This used to belong to my mother's ophthalmologist, Dr. Ash. I have been in it. It's very nice. Of an older style, but very nice. Built in the 80s, probably, that one. Go this way. Takes us by another very interesting house. Not this one, which I think is an older house that's been heavily remodeled over the years. I'm not 100% sure about that. It might be pretty new. This one is the interesting one. Really an architect's house. Has these narrow triangular windows. And then it's also on 2 lots. And this lot is a really lovely garden. You can't see that right now, but it is in gardening time. Over here, there's their window, looks onto their garden instead of onto the street. You can see those kind of narrow triangular windows. I'd love to see inside it, but I've never had that opportunity. A lot of newer houses along here where there used to be older houses are there. Another example. A basketball hoop out front. Baseball. So this would be a more house that was normally here, although that one has been redone a bit. Same as this is probably an older house that was redone at some point. Then there's several more very new ones down here. Another older one right next to these, which are very new. And this one's for sale. If you would like to live in my neighborhood, there's a house for you. And this up here is Henderson Terrace, which was built in 1913. So it's row houses, and it's a historic building. Means nobody can change the look of it. Exterior, anyway. Not a lot like that in Regina. Not many row houses, so it is kind of unique. And also in this nice kind of isolated block, because the road, the crescent, blends into this straight road up here. And there's nothing on the other side of this except green space, so nice location. Oh, look, there's a sign. Let's go see what the sign says. I don't think I've ever read it. Walked by it a lot, but I don't think I've ever read it. Originally intended to house workers building the Grand Trunk Railway Hotel, which never happened, Henderson Terrace offers a rare glimpse of pre-World War I row housing, an uncommon architectural form in Regina. And there's a QR code if you'd like to learn more. This is Leopold Crescent here, joining up with, I guess this is 18th, I think. Yeah, 18th Avenue, Leopold Crescent, they come together in this little spot here where the sidewalk runs out, and you have to make a choice. My choice, obviously, is to go home. That's a new house I really like too. I'd like to see inside it. It's a traditional look, but very big, and even has a semi-underground garage there. And that's an old house, obviously. Old house. Very nice old house. I've been in that one because I know the people that live there. I mean, it was a long time ago because their son went to school with our daughter, but yeah, I've been in there. It's a very nice house. Our house is a very, very, very fine house. 2 cats in the yard. Or squirrels, anyway. Squirrel. Little squirrel. It's giving me a good look. And decided when I spoke it was time to get out of there. Another squirrel up here on this corner. I sometimes point out this house, and I will now. This was used in a movie back in the 90s that had Linda Carter. They shot on location here. Called Family Blessings, I believe. Some sort of wife of a cop story, I think. I've never seen it. I should watch it. I was living over on Garnet Street at the time, but I remember walking by when all the film stuff was happening, and they'd even, there were like American cop cars on the street and U.S. mailboxes and things like that to dress the neighborhood Americanishly. Yeah, I can see in this house too. It just sold recently, and they're working on it. And I've been in that one over there. That's a very nice one too, on that corner. All right, this is where I always stop, here at the stop sign on Angus Crescent. So again, there's a short walk over to vote, a short walk back from voting, and that's it for today. Thanks for watching.